In previous episode, we built a simple tanks for beginner aquarists. This episode will be definitely different from the previous ones, because today we will build a more advanced, big impact, classic nature style aquarium with a lot of different plant species. Welcome on Yokuchi aquascaping channel. In today's episode we built a classic nature style aquarium in this 300 liter 120 by 50 by 50 centimeter tank. It will be a triangular composition with lots of plant species and lot of textures and colors. It will be a high-tech aquarium, so we will use CO2, a full line of gen fertilizers and strong light. This will be a composition that I want to keep in the gallery as long as possible to show you the evolution of this tank over the time. I have a lot of information for you, so without further ado, I invite you to watch the movie. As always, I will start the building process by sprinkling nitrifying bacteria at the bottom of the tank. They will help build the stable biology in the tank and will help in the nitrogen cycle process to start the tank faster. The next step will be to spread the base layer fertilizing substrate, Jiban power base. It contains a large amount of porous materials that will be a home for our beneficial bacteria. Jiban will also provide long-term nutrients for the roots of the plants, which will have a beneficial effect on their growth. For this aquarium, I will use one bag of capacity of 80 liters. This is a new packaging designed for large aquariums. The next layer of the substrate is Jiban soil, which is our general soil layer. Here, as in the previous case, I will use larger 24-liter bags designed for the bigger tanks. I sprinkle it on power base, forming a hill from the front to the back, adding more depth to the tank. Jiban will provide the right amount of nutrients for plants, reduce water hardness, and lowering pH to help us to maintain stable water parameters for both plants and animals. In this area, as you can see, I used the normal version of the substrate and I left the front not covered yet, because there I plant the carpet. In this area, I will use Jiban powder version. It has the same properties as regular sized Jiban, but as you can see, the grain is much finer, which makes it easier to plant and grow carpeting plants. Also look more attractive next to the front glass. Now I will start arranging rocks to build the base of our aquascape. As an addition to the rocks, we will use redwood roots to give the composition a triangular shape and more details to look. I will glue the roots to the rocks using cyanoacrylate glue technique to make sure that the whole thing will be stable and will not flow out during the flooding process. When I give the composition desired shape, I complement the layout with a more substrate. This is how the finished hardscape looks like. Now let's move to my favorite part, which is to color this layout with different plant species. I have prepared a large number of plants that you will find in the video description down below. In the case of in vitro plants, we must remove them from the cup and rinse them in the warm water to get rid of the media in which they grow. Then we form the smaller portions and plant them into the substrate. I start planting from the foreground, then midground, and the end background. the background I choose a mix of colors and shapes, for example Ceratopteris and mix of Rotalas. I haven't added moss to the wood at this stage because I want to wait until the roots are covered with some kind of slime mold. When the wood matures a bit and will be cleaner, then we add the moss to complete the layout. As you can see, the tank is finished. You will see me in a second after a week from the flooding the tank, and I will tell you how I started this aquarium. Stay tuned. Welcome at the day 10 after setup. As you can see, I have added some more plants to our tank, mainly Microzorum and Anubias types. I also have some delicate melting problems, but sometimes it happens. Plants need to adapt to the new environment. We will fix it later on. Now let's say a few words about how to start the tank without any problems, especially in the first weeks. The tank is fertilized with a full line of gen fertilizers based on the gen fertilization method, which you can read about in the blog on our website. You will find the link in the description down below. Since I used a lot of in vitro plants here, I start full supplementation from day one. Of course, we also supply CO2 in this tank. Water changes in the first week were done daily 50%. Then 50% water changes are done every other day. And from the third week, water changes are done once a week. The light on this tank allows us to regulate the power, and so for the first week the lamp worked at 40% power. When I noticed that the plants start showing fresh growth, I systematically increased the power once a week. The tank would start smoothly and without problems with algae. If we set strong light from the very beginning, before the plants start to grow and take up elements from the water, this will lead to the algae bloom. And that's it guys for this material. If you like it, leave a comment, thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video. Bye.